This week on The Insight, we're following the money. How discrimination and underemployment of skilled African migrants quietly drained billions from the UK economy every year. So picture this. An engineer from Lagos driving a mini cab in London. A nurse from Accra cleaning offices at night. A data analyst from Nairobi packing boxes in a warehouse. It's often not the case that these people lack talent. It's because the system blocks them. And that hidden cost, it's massive. Now, here's the big picture. The 2021 UK census counted about 1.5 million black African people in England and Wales. That's around 2.5% of the population. A big pool of talent. But many of them end up in jobs far below their skill level. The Oxford University's Migration Observatory shows that many highly educated migrants are overqualified for the jobs they do in the UK. And even when they land these jobs, the pay doesn't match. The Office for National Statistics reports that black African Caribbean and black British workers consistently earn less than white workers, a gap that has barely shifted in the last decade. So, how does discrimination play out? First, it's at the hiring stage. A widely cited 2019 study by researchers at Nuffield College, Oxford University, found that applicants from ethnic minority backgrounds had to send about 60% more job applications to get a positive response from an employer. That's more than a white British candidate with identical qualifications. While the 2019 study's 60% figure is specifically tied to that research, more recent data, including from the Office of National Statistics, confirms that discrimination in UK recruitment is an ongoing problem. For instance, figures from the Office for National Statistics showed that people from certain ethnic minority backgrounds experience significantly higher unemployment rates than white people. Between April and June 2024, the breakdown shows that white unemployment rate is at about 3.3%. Mixed or multiple ethnic groups, it's about 11.5%. Pakistani ethnic group at about 11.1%. But then even when they get the jobs, right, you still experience pay gaps, slower promotions, and degrees from African universities not being fully recognized. Employers often demand UK experience even when it shouldn't matter. All of these, create what researchers call credential discounting. But what it means is wasted skills. Now, let's talk in terms of pounds and pence, because this story isn't just about fairness, it's about cold, hard cash. Back in 2017, the UK government's own McGregor Smith review found that if Britain fully tapped into the talents of black and minority ethnic workers, the economy could gain about £24 billion a year. That's roughly 1.3% of GDP. But that was 7 years ago, and the gap has since widened. Take graduate earnings, for instance. According to the 2023 graduate labour market statistics, graduates in England still earn on average £10,500 more per year than non-graduates. So let's bring this home. If black Africans represent about 2.5% of the population, then a proportionate share of that 2017 figure of £24 billion will be £3 to £4 billion annually, even before accounting for wage growth or inflation. Now, think about this. Suppose 100,000 skilled African migrants are stuck in jobs beneath their qualification level. Given the graduate premium, that's roughly £1 billion lost in earnings and productivity every year. Double that head count to 200,000 and you're looking at about £2 billion lost annually. And that's a conservative estimate. It doesn't factor in lost tax revenue, slower innovation, or even the human cost of lost potential. Plus, the McGregor's report was from 2017. The underlying problem has since grown, and today the stakes are even higher. As of October 2025, an estimate by Business in the Community and in collaboration with the University of Dundee shows that addressing racial disparities could boost the UK economy by about £37 billion annually. So, why do skilled African migrants end up in menial jobs? We'll be looking at four main reasons today. The first one is that degrees are not recognized without expensive relicensing. There's also this cash-tutu scenario of UK experience, or employers demanding UK experience, which you can't get until someone gives you a chance. There's also the case of name or accent bias in recruitment. Then lastly, we'll be looking at stalled progression, in which case there's lower pay and fewer promotions even after you've got the job. These barriers combine to lock people out of the jobs they are trained for. But there's a good news. The good news is that this isn't hard to fix. We simply need to use blind recruitment processes to cut out bias at the CV stage. There's also the need to fast-track recognition of foreign qualifications. We also need to publish ethnicity pay and promotion data like we already do for gender. Then there's the need to train and hold managers accountable. Because really, the numbers speak for themselves. The UK is throwing away billions of pounds every year by sidelining African talent. And this isn't charity, it's smart economics. Because when skilled people do the jobs they trained for, everyone wins. Look, the truth is simple. When we waste talent, we waste growth. And when we give people the chance to work to their full ability, everyone wins. Not just the workers, but the entire economy. Because inclusion isn't charity, it's smart economics. So tell me, what do you think? Are you in the right employment based on your skills level? Share your experiences in the comment section, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who might be struggling with underemployment. This is the Insight, connecting the dots between the headlines and your everyday life.